Hey, it's Heather, and you're joining me on another adventure in gardening. Hi, I'm Heather Thibault, and welcome to my garden. Today is the June garden tour. It's the end of June, actually, and it is just amazing to me on how June, there's like this boom of growth, tremendous growth that happens in the garden. All this garden that is behind me right now was nothing in the May garden, and just tremendous growth has happened. So we're gonna go walk around and I'll show you my garden. Okay, so I never start the garden tours in the front yard across the street, but I just wanted to, this is really coming along nicely, the front here. These knockout roses, I know right now, I have a whole hedge of knockout roses here. I know right now they don't look like too much because they're in between blooms, but this Lysimachia that's growing beneath them, I just love the way that this looks. And I want it to cover the entire ground. So these knockout roses are amazing, and they're this close to the road. You can see they were covered in those hot pink blooms for weeks, and now the second bloom is coming in. So everywhere that there are these red tips, that's where the blooms are going to be soon. So I get about 3 flushes of blooms a year on them. And I just pruned them back yesterday. So the contrast of the green Lysimachia with the hot pink blossoms is pretty awesome. So we're going to go in from the front here. So we have constant projects going on, and so that's one of the big projects over there. The Colocasia are just breaking through the ground. I have one in this pot here with this double Calibrachoa that is one of my favorite plants. I have this one every year. This is the dahlia border. The dahlias are just so lush right now. This one right here is called Jitterbug. And I didn't have them labeled when I planted them this year, so I ended up with 3 of them on this side. So this border has a little split in it. You can see the snapdragons that I planted. My plan was to have the snapdragons come up behind the dahlias, and in some places it's working out, but for the most part it is not. This one is called AC Rosebud. You can see I have an earwig problem right here. Yeah. And we have, see these little tiny soldiers right here? We have a lot of those because we live on a lake here, and these guys eat lots of mosquitoes. So these snaps actually look pretty good right here. So that is the dahlia border. And you can see this year I'm trying to stake them a little differently. I'm using the string on the front. The stakes are on the front, and I'm going to use the fence as support on the back. So hopefully that'll work out for me. So on the other side here, we are going to be putting in a tiny little wall, but for now this is what I've done this year. So I hate the fact that there's not a border here, but I planted these nasturtiums this year, which I adore how they look. I just am not sure, because I have so much pink, I'm not sure if this is the right color, but I sure do like the variegated foliage. And soon, for the next tour, you will see giant Colocasia on the back. So they'll be covering this entire lattice here. I have 2 pots on either side of my stairs, my front stairs. And you know, I'm always experimenting with these pots to see what combination looks best in it. So I did these sweet peas with an Angelonia, thinking that the Angelonia would grow taller quicker, and the Calibrachoa underneath it. Now, they are not even. You can see, look at this one. It's totally covering the Angelonia. So, but here's the first bloom on the sweet pea. So, more of the same on this side. And my hanging pots are looking awesome. I'll take you up on the porch so you can see. These are volunteers, kind of like the purple and the red. Pretty lantana. This is one of my leaves of the colocasia that I casted last year. So this is my favorite place to sit in the morning out here. Got some ferns. And so this is the side of the house here. Miss Kim lilac that has gone by that I need to prune like right now. I've got some beautiful plume poppies that I adore. Look at how tall they are. They are fragrant, and the bees love the pollen. And I just have like a mismatch of things that do well on this very hot side of the house. The aster, the fall blooming aster, and some ornamental grasses. And my path takes me to the backyard. And I've got some beautiful lavender this year, just gorgeous. And this side is where the shallots are, and one of the two patches of garlic. The shallots look really great. Look at these. The cold frame that's really not doing anything right now. I do have some zucchini growing in here, and everything else I just let the seeds fall so that I'll have a crop in here for fall. This side is lots of lamb's ear and echinacea. I just did this pot. I don't really do a lot of annuals, but I fell in love with this. This is a little Angelonia with some dichondra in here. I thought that was super pretty. I do have some blueberries in here as well, but the lamb's ear looks so pretty right now. And the bees love that too. And I'm going to take you off the path and show you where I keep the tropical plants. So this is kind of a, it's a filtered sun, a shadier spot here. The philodendron Xanadu. I also have a Siloam in here. Here he is right here. And I know they've been reclassified, but I can't commit the new name to memory. Norfolk Island pine does really well in here. And the podocarpus is out. Everything that was going to go out for summer is out for the summer. And I have them in a couple of different places. I've got this really big olive tree, and the America, I think that's how you say it. And I have a, this is a, the finger lime, I can't remember. It's finger lime, and the jasmine that I cut back. And so there's that stone path that we were on, and on this side is where all of the cherry tomatoes grow. Now I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through the tomatoes today. I'll do a separate video as they start to actually look like tomatoes. I did see this little border down here. This is Thai basil that I thought it would just look really pretty, edging the cherry tomatoes. Look at the blooms on this one. This is Ildy. This is my back porch. This is Mr. Peanut. Hi, Mr. Peanut. He works here. And I have citrus trees with some citrus on them. This is a calamondin down here with little tiny calamondins. This is the ponderosa lemon right here. And that's my sunroom. On this side I've got, this is a plumbago that's getting ready to bloom, and night blooming jasmine. Very cool. The moths at night pollinating this, just very cool. And this is a bougainvillea right here. This area of the deck is actually one that I rarely use except for when we have company. So there's not too much out here, except I do have an orange tree over here. There's my orange tree. Here's the view from up here. This is like the last day of a heat wave that we're having, so you can almost see that it's muggy. It's super muggy. All right, so we're gonna go in the back garden now. So I just redid these two pots for summer, and you might be thinking, oh, she must really like red. I really don't. This is Penny. Penny's in almost every video. As soon as she hears me start to talk, she's like, oh, she's talking to me, and she comes running. So the reason that there's so much red is my dad gave me these begonias. These are a double red begonia and in a hanging basket, and I don't have any place to hang it, so I split it up, and this is a pineapple sage, and I have a couple of the orange hat tomatoes here and some ivy. So I just figured it would be nice for summer. So I did those, and then in my little sconce here, I put some more orange hat. They're actually not looking so good. This is Piper. Hi, Pipey. So yeah, so I have garden cats. They are, I think they're 13. That one's not mine. Okay, but his name is Pepe. I did name him. But they're not gonna be nice to each other. Pipey, be nice, okay? He's a visitor. So yes, stray cats happen. Hi, Pepe. So my cats are all 13 this year, so they're getting on in years, but they are still fierce, fierce, fierce hunters. So as we come through the garden gate, there's lots and lots of echinacea. I love echinacea. I love monarch caterpillars, monarch butterflies, so I make room for milkweed. And this milkweed is easily 6 feet tall, if not a little bit taller. Gorgeous blooms this year. The most bizarre insects I've seen this year on them. I've had only 3 monarch caterpillars so far. But we're gonna go this way through the garden. Some pretty betony here. Some Onethra, evening primrose. Oh wow, this is the first day this is open. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is the black poppy. Now I tried everything to get them to germinate. These were the ones that I sowed them on the ground. Everything that I tried to put in pots and then squeeze them in, it didn't work out. But oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. I don't know if you can see the color, but man, that is gorgeous. This is marshmallow here, and I have lots of comfrey in my garden and lots of St. John's wort. This is the flower of the St. John's wort that I'll begin harvesting soon for oils and for tinctures. Over here I have some leeks, and all of the purple that you see, that is perilla, and I just let perilla self-sow everywhere. I like it when it's young. I like the contrast foliage. Here I have some young citrus trees that I grew from seed and a few other plants that I keep inside. This is my rabbit's playpen here where I let them come out every day. Oh, darling, you need water. Oh my goodness, okay. Oh, both of you need water. Sorry guys, I just gave them their haircut. They are English Angoras, and I'm going to pause right now because water right now. Okay, now we're happy. So yeah, it is hot, and I try to keep them as cool as possible, putting them in their playpen and giving them ceramic tiles. I've got this is their coleus that every time I open their door, they try to eat it. This is lava rose, one of my favorites. And this is also a great sitting place for Penny. So this is a new-ish shade garden back here that I've been working on. I am not going to get into all the hostas because again, there's just so much. I have so much to say about hostas because I just love them. I love shade gardens, so I'm going to do a separate video altogether. So I'm just going to kind of go over the basic of the shade garden, and that is Sum and Substance back there. And I've got this new island that I put in. Ooh, hey, that needs water. So I'm actually filming this before watering. Yeah, because watering is going to take hours. So that guy right there, he needs water, but the hostas all look pretty good. Just starting to bloom. This grass path is all new this year. I did this. And now we're on the other side of where those poppies were blooming, that maybe we can get a better look at the buds. Yeah, oh my goodness. I'm going to be looking at these all day. I'm so excited. Yeah, this fall I'm going to prepare the soil in the fall before I put the poppy seeds down, because I also bought bred poppy seeds. There's a great shot of the comfrey right there. I love comfrey. I use it a lot too. All right, so this is the path that leads to the stone stairs, which I'm going to take you up the stone stairs towards the end of the tour today. I have a bit of a jumbled mess here that I'm working on slowly. but I sprained my ankle, so standing on the hill and working is not cool right now. And we're gonna come back to this in a second because I want to take you through the rest of this back flower garden. This is Grasso lavender that we picked up from the Lavender Pond Farm last year. My sister and I took a field trip there. We'll probably go again, maybe next week, I don't know. The Montauk daisies this year, they are huge, huge. They're usually not this big for us. Oh look, there's a little, can you see that guy right there? He's one of my employees. There's a praying mantis. He's like, lady, stop looking at me. I got work to do. But they're everywhere, everywhere. Okay, so Amsonia is obviously done blooming, but it's huge, 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 and it's got these very cool seed pods on it. Amsonia has great fall color. Love to keep it in the garden, but this one is just massive. So, so big. So, this is the Sombrero series, I believe, of Echinacea. I've got the yellow and the orange. Look at that beauty. Oh my goodness. Is that not gorgeous? Got a little hens and chick down here, chick charms. And I had to cut the buddleia back all the way. This is a yellow buddleia. Lots of gooseneck, lots and lots and lots. You need the right plant for the right place, and this is the right place for this one for now because it's on a slope there and it helps to control the erosion in the garden. This is tansy that's super, super tall. I actually transplanted this and I'm not so sure that this is the right place. That is a wilted dahlia right there that I need to water. More milkweed. Here's the other side of the milkweed here. This is the red. This is the Sombrero Red Echinacea. Oh my gosh, is that not gorgeous? So pretty. So this is right by the gas grill. This is the little herb garden that I planted really early in the season. Now this tomato that's in the center, this is silver fir. And just to give you an idea of how cute it is, it's a determinate tomato plant. Has attractive foliage, and it also will have lots of tomatoes on it. Another little orange hat, not looking so happy there. Lots of basil, oregano. So I decided to do some corn this year, and then I didn't know where to put it because we're working on the big salad garden. So I'm like, well, I got this little patch right here. So I kind of did a V of this corn, but it's supposed to have ornamental foliage. Some of them, I'll show you one that looks really good over here. This is what it's supposed to look like. Look at that. So next month I'll give you an update on this, but yeah, it's just this little tiny patch of corn. Here's the other side of the gooseneck, and this is where I practice hugel culture. This is the bed that I planted this year with brassicas, and in the front are some beans, green beans. No broccoli yet. I think, did I see? Yeah, the cabbages are starting to look really good. The cabbages are in the back. The Bare Necessities kale is awesome. The scarlet kale is awesome. Oh, here, this is my first little, this is broccoli romanesco. Well, we'll see what happens, like, you know, with the heat wave. But yeah, the cabbages look great. And so now we're back to where the stone stairs are. Here, I'll show you the view from the top because there's this log at the bottom. Can you see the log? Straight down there, that's where the turtles hang out during the day, and sometimes the ducks. That is not where we sit. Yeah, she don't care. Okay. So I did not mow for this tour because ankle. So the grass is out of control. This is my medicine garden here. Witch hazel. There's a ginkgo that I'm going to do copper wire, bonsai it. I'm going to try to keep it under control, and if it gets out of control, I will just cut it down. These hostas are from my grandmother's garden here, and I've got some Hemerocallis fulva in there, just a mismatch of things. I'll take you around in a minute. I'll show you the teasel. This is the new hugel right here, so I'm dumping everything on here. This is a teddy bear sunflower my sister grew, and these are sweet potatoes. We'll see how that goes. Penny's like, I'll lead the way. This is my garden. She really thinks it's her garden. I just get to tend it. So I have some milk thistle. Obviously this needs to be weeded. I think what's going to happen with this is I'm just going to leave them all this year and let them self-sow, and then next year, I bet you anything, they're going to be more vigorous and a healthier looking crop. But I started them in cell packs this year. So this is teasel. This is year 2 of teasel. Teasel is one of the plants that I use in Lyme disease treatment as tincture from the year 1 plant. This is year 2 plant. So I'm just going to let them drop their seeds, or at least one of them. I hear that I'm going to be sorry. Right plant, right place. This is where they're going to live, and nothing else lives here. Oh, except I do have some motherwort down here. Motherwort is another medicinal plant. That's motherwort right there. That I will be clearing all of this wild aster and just let the motherwort just take over down here. And so year 1 teasel, oh, where are they? Oh, right here, right here. That's year 1 teasel. So I'll be digging those roots in the fall and making tincture out of them. But teasel is a cool looking plant, right? Yeah, very spiky. It keeps poking me. I don't like it as I walk past it. So also in here is bone set that we'll see what this does this year. All right, that is my Gala apple tree with quite a few apples on it. This is my peach tree, my poor peach tree. Yeah, I said I was going to take it down this year and get a new peach tree, and then it just decided, oh, I heard her. I better make lots of peaches. There's my metal shed with the grapes growing. I just took down an American arborvitae over there. I hate it. My husband will take the stump down this weekend. But I did plant a buddleia right there to make myself feel better. So it just looks terrible right now. So the salad garden it's not going to be fully planted this year. And it's because we are going to be building a retaining wall on this side here. So here's what I did plant so far, because it's so weird for me because I have planted this garden for years. So I have carrots down here on this side. Oh, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous carrots. And garlic patch number 2 is right behind it. And I've got some rhubarb. Rhubarb is a transplant this spring and it's looking good. I've got some pepper plants behind the carrots. I'm hoping they'll get taller. And yeah, I plant things close together. It always works out for me. It's about maximizing space. The Brussels sprouts, ooh, yeah, we got some issues back here. The cabbage moth worms have gotten this one, but not so much the other ones. This is borage. Borage. So borage is an awesome plant. The bees love it, and all the leaves and the flowers taste like cucumber. Really yummy. So this side has more carrots. You can see the weeds, you can see the carrots down in here. And I've got some lettuce planted. The onions, I just topped all of the onions. And some lettuce, the peas. The peas, we had an early heat wave that I think kind of really slowed them down, but there's still quite a few peas in here. So this side I planted in early spring with the tall telephone peas. And there's onions down here and then some lettuce. I've also got some cilantro. You can see the cilantro in there. And so this side is the second planting. Now I've got cucumbers on this side and also some Kajari melons on this side. Where are they? Well, now I can't tell the difference. Okay, so some of them are cucumbers and some of them are Kajari melons. Hopefully, I'll be able to tell the difference soon. The lettuce is just getting ready to bolt. And there's some basil in here too. And then back here, there's more carrots, and then there's more peppers. And that's sort of it right now. I'm hoping we get this wall project done so I can do something for fall in here. This is the dill that the seeds dropped from last fall, and I've actually never had dill look so great right now. And these are the black raspberries. Love those. Here's some more St. John's wort with some pollinators. Strawberries have finished for the season. Strawberries are down below. Blueberries need to be picked today. They're all different varieties of blueberries. This one's my favorite. This one right here is the tastiest. So this is my pollinator alley that this mountain mint will soon bloom. This is one of those things when people come to visit and they walk down the hill here, they're hesitant because this will be absolutely so crazy busy with bees of all different kinds. But you know what? They're busy, and I love to walk past them. I tell people it's okay. This is Joe Pyeweed on the back. I've got a miscanthus so that, you know, for a hiding place for them. So this is one of the areas that I really like. I like it how it is. I don't want to change anything about it. So this is a little seating area here with some pepino melons that are not anything yet, and a tamarillo. Both, my sister grew both of these. So isn't that a cool looking plant? so weird. This barrel has this is pumpkin pie, sweet potato, I think. Yeah. This is a succulent tea that I did, I think in the winter time. Still filling in. And so this is my storage shed with the grapes. This is the other side. Look at these grapes. So many grapes. This barrel here I planted with Marketmore cucumbers and some coleus underneath. And this is a really great, my father-in-law grew these last year. They're an heirloom, Marketmore 76. And I saved the seeds from one of his fruits, and they are very vigorous. This is a Baptisia right here that these pods will get deep dark purple, so I leave all the pods on. And so this area right here is what I consider to be the cutting garden. It's an area that it's just, it'll take probably the rest of my life for that stump to rot. But so I just plant around. I plant some cutting, cosmos and things I'll show you. But on this side, and these are stinging nettles, on this side I grow more cucumbers, and then there's sweet potatoes in the ground here. These are Armenian cucumbers, which are really a melon, but we're going to use them as cucumbers this year. So everything's still young looking. Got some pretty cosmos. And this is Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth. And some ageratum. The zinnias have not started to bloom yet. This is oregano. Pollinators love it. I like to use it in flower arrangements. And there's always a volunteer, Queen Anne's lace. This is the other side of my storage shed. I've got this holly that I use I use the berries and stuff at, during the winter. And lots more grapes. And then right below it here is our gooseberries. And I love gooseberries. They're ready when they look like this. Okay, now we're down back where the apple tree is at the bottom. This is my hillside. Looking pretty good. There's some areas there, like there's that wild rose that I need to get in there and cut it out. But down here is Asclepias tuberosa, the orange one, and then I have little yellow seedlings down in here. Rose campion. Rose campion, it's beautiful when it's beautiful. And it self-sows everywhere, but it's like the sea of rose campion right now. Yeah, okay, we'll go this way. And there is more milkweed here. Lots of milkweed and Rosa rugosa that I grow for the rose hips. So this is where I grow all the medium to large tomatoes down here. On the back side are peppers and some more basil. So I have to check these every single day. I have to wrap them every single day around the string. I have to make sure that I have one of these bags on each one, and I do this to help to pollinate it, because this is how I save my seeds, to keep my seeds pure. And the other thing I'm always out here doing is removing the lower leaves as they start to grow and they start to hit the ground, because I want to keep the tomato blight at bay for as long as possible. I will say, look at this. I think this is, yeah, this is Brad's Atomic Grape. So that's the first one. I love this tomato. Love, love, love this tomato. Here's young ones. Look at the coloring on them. They're kind of a fruity tasting tomato. And again, I'll do a whole video just on the tomato varieties as they start to come in. So on this side is another butterfly garden. Not too much to see right now. I mean, I think it's beautiful. I've got some Ansonia. So yesterday was my birthday. My daughter and son-in-law gave me a gift card, and I bought some Oriental lilies. So I bought this clump right here. Oh, and this one's just starting to open. Look. Oh, I'm gonna have to go in. Look at this Montauk daisy. So huge. This is a clethra right here, this guy, clethra. So there's the rest of the Oriental lilies. And we spend a lot of time down here, especially on the weekends, so it'll be nice that the fragrance will fill the air. My dad made me that, my dad and my stepmom. This is the wild elderberry here. Some more mountain mint. I forget what this one is called. I'll have to look it up. It's the white one, but this Persicaria. Look at that. This has been here for, I think, I want to say 5 years. Let me see if I can get a better view. It's supposed to be massive and huge. Oh, good golly. Fish. Actually, I don't think I can get a... All right, it's getting there. It's getting really big. But I think I'm going to have to cut one of those elderberries out for it to get to its full potential. There's more elderberry. Lots and lots and lots of berries this year. And this is one of my shade gardens. This is the morning sun. It's getting the morning sun. This is one of those areas that, again, I wouldn't change. I just love the way that this looks. The oak leaf hydrangea is in here. This is new this year. I need to go buy some more shade plants. So this pot right here, it was something out of nothing. It's obviously, this is a very shady or filtered sun spot, and so I put some Tradescantia and some coleus cuttings and some angel wing begonias, and I think it's filled in really nice. I like that. There's more shade garden over here with an endless summer hydrangea. And there she is again. Are you following me? Yeah. More hosta. So now I'm going to take you on the final lap of this tour. And it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now this whole area here is where I cut all the brush last summer, and it's starting to grow back. Oh my gosh. So I've got to get in there and tidy it up again. But it's still, what a beautiful view, right? Okay, so these are the stone stairs. And this is where I've been working. Cardboard, mulch, just to cover the stuff up that I can't even deal with it. This side here I've barely touched. This is where the hugel culture is being done on this side. But this side is where I've been putting all of the daylilies. I love daylilies. So this will be Daylily Hill Sunday, and it will be entirely covered, hopefully. So yeah, when I'm an old lady, I won't have to come down here and weed. But it looks like there's one blooming today. What is this one? Little pumpkin or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty. But there's all kinds of daylilies in here. So that is the end of our June tour, and it is so hot right now. I've got to get to watering. So thumbs up if you enjoyed spending time with me today, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next adventure in gardening. See you soon.